marriage today?
We do.
Thank you. Do you want to kiss This place in which we are now met has been duly sanctioned according to law with a celebration of marriages. And you are all gathered here to witness the joining in matrimony of Matthew Thomas Cranny and Ashleigh Elizabeth Hutchins. If there is any person here today who knows of any lawful impediment to this marriage, they should declare it now. Before you are joined in matrimony, I have to remind you of the solemn and binding character of the vows you are about to make. Marriage in this country is the union of two people voluntarily entered into for life to the exclusion of all others. And now I'm going to ask each of you in turn to declare that you do not know of any lawful reason why you should not be married to each other. So you first, Matthew, by replying, I am to the question. Are you, Matthew Thomas Cranny, free lawfully to marry Ashleigh Elizabeth Hutchins?
I am.
And Ashleigh, by replying, I am to the question. Are you, Ashleigh Elizabeth Hutchins, free lawfully to marry Matthew Thomas Cranny?
I am.
So this is Captain Corelli's mandolin. Love is a temporary madness. It erupts like volcanoes and then subsides. And when it subsides, you have to make a decision. You have to work out whether your roots are so entwined together that it is inconceivable that you two should ever part. Because that is what love is. Love is not breathlessness. It is not excitement. It is not the promulgation of promises of eternal passion. This is just being in love, which any fool can do. Love itself is what is left over when being in love is burned away. And this is both an art and a fortunate accident. Those that truly love have roots that grow towards each other underground. And when all the pretty blossoms have fallen from their branches, they find that they are one tree and not two.
Marriage must be entered in freely, voluntarily, and with the full and unreserved consent of you both. Therefore, do you, Matthew, take Ashleigh, here present, to be your lawful wedded wife?
I do.
And do you, Ashleigh, take Matthew, here present, to be your lawful wedded husband?
I do.
Oh, I think we're all really delighted. Now the solemn moment has come for Matthew and Ashleigh to make their contract of marriage before you, their witnesses. So if you are able, will you please stand? So face each other now. You turn towards each other. That's it, just and hold hands there. That's lovely. I'll move over here.
I, Matthew Thomas Cranny,
Take you, Ashleigh Elizabeth Hutchins,
take you, Ashleigh Elizabeth Hutchins,
to be my wedded wife.
to be my wedded wife.
I promise to love and care for you
I promise to love and care for you
and to be faithful to you always.
and to be faithful to you always.
May we look to our future together
May we look to our future together
with hope, happiness and joy.
with hope, happiness and joy.
And remembering this day,
And remembering this day,
never allow anything to destroy
never allow anything to destroy
the feelings we share for each other.
the feelings we share for each other.
I promise to live together in love and harmony,
I promise to live together in love and harmony,
to cherish and care for you,
to cherish and care for you,
whatever the future may bring.
whatever the future may bring.
I, Ashleigh Elizabeth Hutchins,
Take you, Matthew Thomas Cranny,
take you, Matthew Thomas Cranny,
to be my wedded husband.
to be my wedded husband.
I promise to love and care for you
I promise to love and care for you
and to be faithful to you always.
and to be faithful to you always.
May we look to our future together
May we look to our future together
with hope, happiness and joy.
with hope, happiness and joy.
And remembering this day,
And remembering this day,
never allow anything to destroy
never allow anything to destroy
the feelings we share for each other.
the feelings we share for each other.
I promise to live together in love and harmony,
I promise to live together in love and harmony,
to cherish and care for you,
to cherish and care for you,
whatever the future may bring.
whatever the future may bring. Your biggest day has finally arrived, the day you say I do. I hope it's everything you dreamed it would be and all your dreams come true. We've shared so many happy times and sure there's been tears too, but nothing makes me happier than standing here today with you. Share each other's happiness, share your hopes and dreams, keep each other safe and warm, however hard life seems. From this day on, you'll always have somebody by your side to love, protect and shelter you, someone in which you can confide. I want to wish you happiness in everything you do, love, protection, prosperity and lots of laughter too. I'm proud to share this day with you and wish you wedded bliss. I love you and always will. Congratulations, big sis.
Ashleigh, I give you this ring
As a token of our marriage
as a token of our marriage
and as a symbol of all that we share.
and as a symbol of all that we share.
So third finger left hand. Oh no, hesitating there.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Hold it in place and repeat after me. Matthew, I give you this ring
Matthew, I give you this ring
as a token of our marriage
as a token of our marriage
and as a symbol of all that we share.
and as a symbol of all that we share.
So this is called the beauty of love. So the question is asked, is there anything more beautiful in life than a young couple clasping hands and pure hearts on the path of marriage? Can there be anything more beautiful than young love? And the answer is given, yes, there is a more beautiful thing. It is the spectacle of an old man and an old woman finishing their journey together on that path. Their hands are gnarled, but still clasped. Their faces are seamed, but still radiant. Their hearts are physically bowed and tired, but still strong with their love and devotion. Yes, there is a more beautiful thing than young love. It's old love.
The purpose of marriage is that you may always love, care for and support each other through all the joys and sorrows of life. And that love may be fulfilled in a relationship of permanence and continued commitment. And we trust that these things come true for you both. Matthew and Ashleigh, you have both made the declarations prescribed by law, and you have made a solemn and binding contract with each other in the presence of your witnesses, family, and all your friends gathered here today. It is therefore my privilege and great pleasure to tell you, you are now husband and wife. Let's have a kiss.
The first time that I met Matthew was at Form Table Tennis Club many years ago, in his probably mid-teens. And Ashleigh was going along as part of her D&E community service to help out with scoring and marking things down. Amy was there playing, Paul was helping out, so it's a bit of a family thing, and Matty was along playing, and the first time that Matty stuck in my mind was Amy was playing one of her teammates in a friendly match, and there'd been a dispute over a net call, so the table tennis players amongst us will understand, and it was, there was serious disagreement over the score, and the match had stopped. And Matty went over to try and sort it out and help out the younger players. And at the time I thought he's either a very brave young man or just foolhardy. But I thought, no, since I've got to know him, he was very brave. And he did sort it out. Excellent. Did he give you the points?
I hope so.
Early on, it was easy to see that Ashleigh and Matty thought the world of each other, and from early dates, Matty coming along with flowers and chocolates and so determined to do things right, which it didn't rub off on Paul, but I'm still working on it. So, and Ashleigh sort of going out of her way to get the bus to Crosby after school so she could see Matty half an hour earlier rather than waiting for a lift till Paul or I had finished work. Which, and if you know Ashleigh, getting the bus was a big thing, so I thought, this must be serious. At this point as well, all those visits to Crosby, I'd just like to thank Brian and Julie for being so welcoming with Ashleigh into their family from the moment that they got together. Like Julie was cooking vegetarian Sunday lunches and Ashleigh would come home and say, oh, the lad at the tight, so Julie's given me a pair. And I think really treating her like a daughter, so thank you. You've been so welcoming and supportive over the years. And now this wedding sort of really united our two families officially, and Paul and I couldn't be happier. I think Ashleigh has now found her knight in shining armour. The two of you have been smiling the whole day, which has been lovely. Matty comes and rescues her when she's got a flat tyre. Comfort her when she's sad. You've created an amazing house for the two of you. You've worked so hard. And Bar has been added as well. And he's there to sort out anything involving numbers. And I think in Ashleigh, Matty's found this beautiful priestess. Yeah, Ashleigh looks stunning. She is such a loving, kind-hearted, caring and thoughtful person. And she will happily spend hours sort of dedicated for the two of you searching the internet to find the ideal holiday. You really are a perfect match, and we're delighted to be celebrating your wedding today. So I ask you to raise your glasses to Matthew and Ashleigh, to the bride and groom.
Bride and groom.
And then over to Paul.
I can't match Jeanette, obviously. So I decided to write a poem, of my own. Didn't take Amy's, although I was thinking about it. What a great poem was. I was going to write a limerick, but couldn't think of anything to rhyme with cranny. I just got stuck on that, so I've written my own. Okay, so
I can take this.
bear with me. Okay, here we go. And I think it's quite funny, but so I'd like to welcome all and everyone here to the wedding event of the calendar year. But there is a rumour going round here today that this is just to get Matthew to play. But we all know this just isn't true, because we also got Liam, and that makes two. Though it is about a perfect match, and so for Matthew, his best ever catch. We always knew that they would marry, and all those books he'd have to carry. And our Ashleigh will take him far and wide, with wetsuit on and a check of the tide. For now they both will look at the map and book online with a swipe and a tap. To Egypt, Japan and Costa Rica, fancy veggie meals and chicken tikka. But what we know as they stay together, they'll support each other whatever the weather. Because whilst we cannot be specific, as they fly across that wide Pacific, then Ashleigh is a lucky bride. That if the turtle is a guide, Ashleigh is a lovely brand. It's a tortoise. But what can we say about our first child? A little shy, but resilient and wild. And we know that if she has great resolve, can fix our right tea, those problems she solves. And if you think you need to borrow, she'll pay online and you'll have it tomorrow. And we would like to say how very proud we are of her, and to say out loud, we know this marriage will be a success, and doesn't she look gorgeous in her wedding dress? Yeah. And if she's as happy as my Jeanette, with her husband choice, I'm happy to bet that the future's bright for their new life, to Matthew and Ashleigh, new husband and wife. And when all of this is said and done, Matthew and I will go for a run. And what I'll certainly not regret, he can't keep up, at least not yet. And so to finish off with another good reason, we all look forward to a brilliant season. And if he practices more and more, he might get ranked at number 4. And that's in our family team now. But you will get a key to the door. So, thank you.
So in the name of good food and plenty of drink, I will keep this short and sweet. To our community of dear friends and family, on behalf of my beautiful wife, I've got to get used to saying that, and myself, we'd like to thank you very much for being here today. There have been a lot of emotions in the lead up to this day, but the most overwhelming is the sense of gratitude and love that we feel towards you all. I can safely say it wouldn't have been the same without you all here. To start with, it would have been a lot cheaper. To my mum and dad, Paul and Jeanette, we offer our sincerest gratitude for your guidance and support today, and for every day before that. We hope to follow your examples by building a marriage as strong as the ones that you have shown us. To Mike and Liam, thank you for all of the time you've taken in helping me prepare for today, and for lightening the mood and making me laugh at every given opportunity. To Dec, my best man, we've known each other for nearly 25 years now. Your support, humour and friendship mean the world to me, and I couldn't have asked for a better partner in crime. I've actually written 2 versions of that paragraph for you. Depending on how your speech goes, I might give you the uncertainty. To Tasha, Emma and Amy, thank you for successfully keeping Ashleigh sane in the lead up to today, and making sure that she turns up relatively on time. And we all know that is by no means a small achievement. And now to my darling wife. When writing this speech, I realised that for the first time in a long while, I couldn't ask for your help. I'd forgotten what that sensation felt like. It was foreign to feel unsupported, as for over a decade you've been my foundation. Odd to be directionless, as you have been the guiding light in my life as we've grown together. We've had many adventures together, my little wanderer, and I look forward to the many more that are to come. I could not ask for a more beautiful, kind or compassionate partner on this path. And whilst I'm not sure if you've chosen me just so that you can avoid having to do any maths yourself in the future, I will do my best to follow your examples of empathy and patience. I am so grateful for the countless memories we've created, the obstacles we've overcome, and for our love that has grown and flourished. Your presence in my life has been a constant source of comfort, and I am honoured to stand here beside you, ready to continue in this incredible journey, which will no doubt lead off to a far-off destination that's most likely underwater. Please can you all join me in raising a glass to my amazing wife and to the future. Cheers.
Cheers.
Would you want me to go? Speech after stellar speech, so yeah. So, thinking back when Ash and Matty started dating, I'm sure it must have been such an exciting time for them both. They both began these incredible relationships with incredible people. However, Matty may not have realised that dating Ashleigh Hutchins came with one small catch. He also got an annoying little sister as part of that deal, which I'm going to say he didn't know that he didn't want, rather than that he just didn't want. However, no matter how much Matty felt this in the early years, my annoyance, I knew that my sister felt it 100 times more. That is certainly for sure. This was largely due to things such as stealing her clothes and reading personal holiday postcards she'd written to Matty, which I actually got a slap in the face for, which I think took us both by surprise. But you couldn't really blame me for these things, and this annoying little sister phase, as I had only just turned 11 when they started going out. What this did mean, though, is that both my sister and Matthew saw me grow, saw the bad, saw the good, the moody teenager years, and watching me change and evolve into the person I am today. And whilst this was going on, they were both also doing the same, growing together and changing with each other for the better. However, it's almost hard for me to see it like that, because for me, you have both just been such a constant in my life, something which has always been around me. Your relationship really did provide me with a framework of what love looked like, and what kind of relationship I knew I wanted when I grew up. I mentioned these phases before, and I feel like in the past year we've entered a new phase of our relationships. Plus 3. I feel like we've finally been able to hang out as friends, and I feel like for the first time you two have actually looked forward to hanging out with me, and it's not been such a punishment to be around. I feel this from my sister, as she is the only person in the world I spend an average of about 2 hours on the phone with whenever she calls, which I obviously really appreciate. And I feel this with Matty as well, because I've never actually been hugged or told how much I'm loved than when I've gone to the pub with Matty. Which I'm sure many people in the room will have also noted. Which is really lovely, Matty. It's really lovely. What all of this means, and what I want to highlight with this speech, is that I know part of today is the coming together of two families and welcoming Matty as part of my family. But for me, it seems trivial, as Matty has been my family for the last decade. And whilst today is about celebrating what you both mean to each other, it's also about seeing the incredibly beautiful impact your relationship has had on so many people around the room. And for me, it really has been such a big one. So finally, I want to raise a glass, which I've not got, to my beautiful sister, who, whether it's her diving, travelling, or just how many hours she can put into The Sims, she continues to amaze me. And to Matthew, who I can now officially call my annoying big brother.
Thank you very much for coming along today. Ash, you are stunning. You're okay?
Yeah.
Well, where do I start, to be honest? I mean, me and this man have known each other for 25 years now. We've been through thick and thin. We've been through, I think we've been in every class ever, all the way through school. How much, I can only condense it into a small speech, but highlight, popping out your hip.
Yeah.
Not for you now. For me, yeah, the rest of us, yeah. And trying to throw me through a wall in an argument about TV licences. I remember when Franny first told me about Ash, and I didn't know your name then, so you were just called Ping Pong Bill. And I remember walking home one day from school, and you were like, oh, I quite like this still. And I was doing the chicken dance to convince you to ask her out. I just can't believe it's been 13 years. And you're like an old married couple really, with youthful looks. I'm not going to ramble on it anyway, because I forgot where I vote to. Anyway, what was I going to say? But we've never had brothers growing up, but you've always been my brother. And Ash, you're now my sister-in-law. And you're the pin to his pong. But anyway, yeah, I'm not going to take any more of your time. Let's get pissed and enjoy some good food.